Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket, grounded following failed satellite deployment, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has ordered an investigation into a mishap involving Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket, effectively grounding the launch vehicle after a failed attempt to deploy a satellite for ASD SpaceMobile. The incident, a failure of thrust during Sunday's mission, Blue Origin attempted to place an ASD SpaceMobile satellite into low Earth orbit, LEO. However, the mission failed to reach the intended orbital altitude. Blue Origin's CEO Dave Limp attributed the failure to a lack of sufficient thrust in one of the rocket's engines. Because the rocket could not deliver the payload to the required height, the satellite is considered unusable. While ASD SpaceMobile has confirmed that the loss will be covered by insurance, the financial impact remains undisclosed. Following the news, ASD SpaceMobile's share price dropped by more than 6% on Monday. Regulatory oversight and next steps, the FAA has taken an active role in the aftermath, mandating a formal mishap investigation. This is a standard but rigorous regulatory process designed to ensure flight safety. Investigation process. Blue Origin will lead the investigation, but the FAA will oversee every stage, from data collection to the final report. Corrective actions. Any changes or repairs required to the New Glenn rocket must be approved by the FAA before flight operations can resume. Timeline. The grounding will remain in effect until the FAA is satisfied with the findings and the implemented improvements. This setback is a significant blow to Blue Origin's immediate schedule. The New Glenn rocket was on its third flight, and the company had planned a high-cadence year with approximately a dozen launches on the horizon. The broader context. The race for orbital connectivity. This failure occurs at a critical moment in the space race for global internet connectivity. There is a massive commercial push to deploy constellations of satellites in low Earth orbit to provide mobile phone and internet access to remote areas. The stakes for Blue Origin and its backers are high. Blue Origin's TerraWave. The company is working toward launching thousands of satellites via its TerraWave project. Amazon's LEO project. Jeff Bezos's other major venture, Amazon, recently invested $11 billion into satellite manufacturing to bolster its own connectivity ambitions. The Starlink benchmark. Both companies are racing to catch up with Elon Musk's Starlink, which already dominates the market with thousands of active satellites. We clearly didn't deliver the mission our customer wanted and our team expects, stated Dave Limp, signaling the company's focus on using the investigation data to refine future launches. Conclusion: the grounding of the New Glenn rocket represents a significant technical and regulatory hurdle for Blue Origin as it attempts to scale its launch capabilities. The outcome of the FAA investigation will determine how quickly the company can rejoin the competitive race for global satellite connectivity.